Hi guys! I haven't been out there as much lately, but the reason that I have not done my challenge questions is because I'm kind of combining them, and I just really feel they needed to be combined, at least for the moon and the sun, because it's all about energy. And I'm going to also throw in Earth in there, which may be a future question, but I've never read ahead, so I don't know. So, well, I hope everybody's well and having a great day. I really have had a wonderful spring break, and I'm trying to get back into not just videos, but school and everything, and it's not easy, you know? But I'm going to address the question on what I feel about the moon and what I feel about the sun. And like I said, add in what I feel about the earth, because it's all the same thing. What I feel about them is energy, and there's the representations that they are associated with, and that kind of dictates the types of energies that come from each of them, or at least with my perception, what I really feel. And so let's get started. Focusing first on the moon is, it's more of an internal energy. It's something that you feel, or at least I'll put it in me, okay? In me tense. It's something that I feel inside of me. It really touches my soul and my spirit and my intuition. You know, that's the goddess energy, and I love the moon. I love going out and talking to the moon and seeing the moon and feeling its presence. And it is different throughout the month. Can't have a video without her jingling her chain, huh? Well, it's very different throughout the month. The maiden moon is very fresh, and I'm just so open to learning, and I feel the growth. I love that, and it just seems like the growth is strengthening throughout the growth of the moon. And then it ultimately gets to the full moon, and I feel the fullness. At the full moon is when everything is opened up, and you can do whatever you know. You can do whatever you know, that you've got all of that power. Everything from the moon is coming down to you, into you. And so that's just really wonderful. And I'm sorry, I'm on my phone again because my computer is listening to lovely music. I don't know if you can hear it. But that is, the full moon is just so much of that knowledge is right there. But then it starts waning, and you're discarding. You know what you need. You know what you have. It's all in here. And you know what you don't need. So you can discard the frivolous. You can get rid of it. And that whole time of the month, you're like, I'm like, okay with getting rid of things that where otherwise it's like, oh no, I might need it, whatever. Whether it's tangible or not, you know, you hold on to things, and then you can let them go. You have that freedom, that intuition, that mindset that I don't need this anymore during the waning moon. And that right there is a great example of the increased knowledge, the true wisdom. You have the wisdom with the full moon. You have the wisdom growing with the waning moon. But when you get to that, I'm sorry, with the waxing moon, when you get to that waning part, you have the true wisdom, because you're at that point able to say, yeah, this is necessary, this is not. This is real, This is not. And I'm sorry, I just had a realization. We're in waxing moon right now, and as I the past 2 weeks, pretty much the waxing moon time. Actually, I think from day one of the new moon, I have been doing this self-recreation, and so that is a growth. It aligns perfectly. It always does. We generally do not realize it while it's happening. But when you start looking at things, reflecting at things, and remember, the moon is a reflection. So when you are reflecting, you realize how the alignment is there. And that's a really good thing. So, sorry, I think it's bath time because somebody is itchy again. And that's just how those 3 phases of the moon affect me. Those parts of the energy. But I do not dismiss the dark moon either. Whoa, sorry. When it gets to the dark moon, that's when it's kind of a two-way. I don't know how to say it without sounding totally contradictory, but it almost is contradictory. I can see and feel everything within myself. I'm totally internal, yet I am aware of all. And that is the energy of the dark moon, because everything is opened up, whether it's in you, outside of you, the universe, to your own heart's desire. The dark moon, I think, really brings that. And it's a great time for communication. So that's my moon energy. The sun, same thing. Energy, but it's a different kind of energy. It's an energy that feeds me, that nourishes me, that it's more of a physical strength, a physical knowing. When that sun hits me, I know I've got life, and my life is being regenerated and constantly, and being nourished from the sun. And you can't live without that. So that's something that even when the sun is not there, I think, on a cloudy day, we can go outside and we're like, we know you're there. We know you're still feeding us. Come back to us and let us see you, or let us feel your warmth, your strength, because that is what the sun gives us. And we may have all of the intuition and the knowledge, but without the sun, we don't have the life, this instant, So that's fantastic energy that we need. We relish, and it's wonderful. And I'm putting it back at I cannot keep my tenses, can I? But now the earth energy. Okay, we have the moon, the reflection, the internal. We have the sun, the strength, the life. The earth is the balance. The earth is our stability, our ground that we stand on, literally. But it is what keeps us in the 2 realms of the mental, spiritual, intuitive, to the physical. The earth is our mother. And without that energy, and I feel that energy. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have experienced the same thing, just going barefoot out there. Okay, I'm going to tell you. When I was living in Tucson, for a while, I was living in an apartment. Very small. I mean, well, the apartment was fine, but I had this little small patio, and everything around me was concrete, parking lots, roads, concrete. It's like, oh, Tucson has no earth. It was so inconducive for any type of comfort, spirituality, balance. I felt horrible. On my patio, there was a strip, and it was mainly for water damage because, water drainage because they have the monsoons, okay? And it was probably about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet deep, and then 5 feet across. I had some planters there with my hibiscus and rosemary and things. And then one day I noticed that on a nearby lawn, they were digging up something. I think it was a water pipe had broken. And I went over there, and you know how they pile up all the dirt and the plugs. The plugs are where there is still the grass and the roots, but it's just discarded and everything. And I took all those plugs, and I mean, this took actually a couple days. Anytime I was able to, I kept going and getting more, and I'd pack in the dirt, and I'd get those and water the hell out of them. Excuse me, but, you know, and I know people think, oh, you're in Tucson, you're in the desert, you need to conserve your water. But my watering the hell is like 2-liter bottles every day, right? And just keeping those moist until they really took. And I had approximately a 2-foot square area of grass, just enough room that I can go out there barefoot and stand. You know, I'd be on my patio, my dog would be out there playing and stuff, and I would take off my shoes and just stand on that grass. And it fed my soul because it brought the balance between the intuition, the spiritual, and the physical strength in life. And it was rejuvenating. And I know that sounds almost ridiculous. Oh, wow, you stood on 2 feet of grass. I couldn't walk around on it. I was just standing on it. But it really did help me. And it's like you have to have that earth connection. And, you know, okay, concrete, in a sense, comes from the earth. It's made with sand and water and rocks and stuff. It's not earth. It just doesn't give that same energy. It blocks the energy. We need actual natural earth. And whether you're sitting on a rock, go up, climb the red rocks of northern Arizona and sit there and enjoy the energy from the vortices, and or you're burying your toes in the sand on the beach, or you're in the woods and you're leaning against a tree. That is earth. And that's what gives you the wholeness, the balance, everything. And that's needed. So that is my video response to the YouTube challenges of moon and sun. And I added the earth because we all need it. So thank you guys. Many blessings, and mwah, bye.